I'm glad the elves are here too. Oh my gosh, make this a special Christmas in July. Thank you all for being here to celebrate Christmas in July. This is Rev Manny and Rev Julianne, and we welcome you. Christmas is not a time nor a season, but a state of mind to cherish peace and goodwill. To be plenteous in mercy is to have the real spirit of Christmas. Calvin Coolidge.
You know, Christmas in July is an event that I've always been a little curious about, and there's been times at our interfaith community that we've shared it before. It's officially, from my point of view, a marketing opportunity in the middle of the year, and I can appreciate that. But it's also unofficially celebrated. There are many people who do not celebrate during this time and are reluctant to acknowledge the event. However, after the last 18 months, one of the things that I've been very aware of that there are more families sharing celebration, getting together face to face today and this week. Did you know, however, that most people have a very interesting relationship with December Christmas? They love giving presents, but they do not like shopping in crowds. They love the true meaning, but do not like the commercialism that seems to overwhelm it. They love the music, but having it start right after Halloween? They love the food, but then, are they going to gain weight? How much sugar are they going to have? You know, the list goes on and on. However, what I'm asking is not to give up the late December festivities by giving yourself the opportunities of the gifts of Christmas in July. I really have put a lot of thought into that this week. And, you know, of course, you can soak up the sun and surprise your friends and family. Go ahead and put up the artificial tree and decorate it, or go to the nursery and buy a small potted evergreen and put lights on it. Put a few presents under it. Turn the air conditioner on high. Light the fire in the fireplace while listening to your favorite Christmas songs. And folks, it's Christmas in July. Ho, ho, ho. One way or the other, it's a time to celebrate the truth of who we are. And an important time for us to really pay attention, to look at the four true gifts of Christmas and give ourselves the opportunity to see them, accept them, and share them. That Christ's love that is celebrated at Christmas is unconditional and open-minded, and that love calls us to attention to our true selves, our spiritual self. And that is my purpose of Christmas of July. The love is a gift within each of us, year-round, and I believe we're called to share it each and every day. Not just Christmas, not just Christmas in July. Edgar Allan wrote, "Your life and mine should be valued not by what we take, but what we give." So let's pause for just a moment. Let's open our hearts and simply breathe together. Breathing in as our hearts fill with compassion. Breathing out as we affirm healing in our world and in our lives. Breathing in, opening ourselves to the transforming power of love. Breathing out as we affirm hope, peace, and joy in our world and in our everyday life. May we know our strength. May we know our courage. May we share generously. Breathing in, we are hope. Breathing out, we are peace. Breathing in, we are love. Breathing out, we are joy. Breathing in, we are prayer. Breathing out, we are healing. May we know our strength. May we be filled with courage. May we share generously. Yes. Amen.
What about all the pine trees and snow? Where did sleigh rides and ice skaters go? Who took away all the magic? Why, it's practically tragic, but it's Christmas in the desert again.
Is it all about bustle and blare? Does it have to be boxed or rare? Oh, the Yuletide feels strange way out here on the range when it's Christmas in the desert again. The gifts at the manger were simple, not grand. No tinsel in old Bethlehem. But there was love, there was hope for the family of man. 'Twas the spirit in the desert back then.
So it's not about pine trees and snow,
Or reindeer, or eggnog to go. But it is about love in the hearts of all men. Oh, it's Christmas in the desert again. Oh, the gifts at the manger were simple, not grand. No tinsel in old Bethlehem. But there was love, there was hope for the family of man. 'Twas a spirit in the desert back then. Yes, it is about love in the hearts of all men. Oh, it's Christmas in the desert again. Yes, it is about love in the hearts of all men. Oh, it's Christmas in the desert again.
How wonderful it is to have the opportunity to share that beautiful song. Jay, I'm sure that you have enjoyed hearing it too. Brings back lots of wonderful memories for all of us.
It was a wonderful song, and if you saw some of the pictures were actually done by Rick. We did see our house in there, so actually a picture of a palm tree, but it was our palm tree, so thank you, Rick. On this Christmas in July, let us feel the warmth of interfaith community and the fellowship of knowing we are one. As we light our candle, may we open to receive from its tiny flame the wondrous gift of awakening to the hope, peace, love, joy of the Christmas spirit all year long. So be it. Amen and amen. Hope, peace, love, joy. Make today a joyful day. And today's daily word, journey. My life's journey begins and ends in the heart of God. I feel excitement at the beginning of a journey, thinking about the adventures, the beautiful sights, and the fascinating people I will find at my journey's end. Even as I look forward to reaching my destination, however, I remain alert, open to the adventures and the insights that await discovery along the way. My faith tells me that my spiritual journey began in the heart of God. Long before my human birth, in childhood, I looked outward, longing for the adventures that would become wayward points on my journey to maturity. Now I journey inward, longing for the spiritual home I never really left. I'm learning that even the most ordinary day can become an opportunity to realize that the heart of God is present everywhere. The Lord will keep your going out and your coming in from this time on and forevermore. Psalms 121, verse 8. So today, enjoy hope, peace, love, joy in our spiritual journey. Thank you.
I don't know how many of you have had the opportunity to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. I have. And as a child, that's how we used to go get our Christmas trees. And there'd usually be 2 or 3 families and 2 or 3 sleighs. And it's one of the memories that I really have that I appreciate and enjoy about Christmas. Why? Because it was a journey. And that's kind of interesting when you stop to think about it. The other thing that's very interesting is at, I guess it was about 5 minutes to 10, I said to Manny this morning, I said, would you please go online and see what the daily word is for today? And he kind of looked at me like, now? And we're not getting it by mail anymore. And for some odd reason, I just knew that it was important for us today. And I guess it wasn't so odd because I feel that excitement at the beginning of a journey, thinking about the adventures, the beautiful sights, the fascinating people. How often do we look at our world life journey from that perspective? It's important for us to pay attention to things like that because, sometimes we are called spiritually to read something, to see something, to listen to something, to be with someone. And sometimes we don't hear it, see it, feel it, know it. Why? Because we're not open to it. We have to open our hearts, we have to open our minds. And when we get those little messages, pay attention. When the daily word said today, my faith tells me that my spiritual journey began in the heart of God long before my human birth. It makes so much reality that these things happen to us, that we hear these things, because it is the truth of who we are. Now, the opportunity that we have growing up as children, experiencing holidays, whether they're Christmas or other faith holidays, whichever they happen to be, there is a connection in that celebration. There's one God, and that God began before our childhood. We celebrate that. Now, I grew up, as most of you are aware, in the Catholic religion until I was a young teenager, when I began to see things differently. But part of the thing that I really respect was that we shared a daily ritual of Advent. And that was lighting a candle on the wreath and reading Hebrew and Christian scriptures alike. It also involved singing a song or two. The one I remember most is O Come, Emmanuel. I didn't really understand why I loved it so much back then. Today I do. The word Emmanuel means God with us. Yes, God with you, God with me. Has nothing to do with our faith, our spirituality, or our religion. It is our truth. The word God with us is more than anything in life important to us. I mean, we want God right here, right now in our life. I want it in your life. I want it between us. I want it through us. I want it as us. And I know that you understand why that is so important to me. And isn't that really what Advent is all about? That God is with us now. Instead, it's become kind of a sentimental month, and I believe it should be a spiritual practice for us. I see Advent as a time of a journey, a little different than the horse-drawn sleigh picking up the Christmas trees. I see it as an inward journey. And it's a journey of self-reflection and self-awareness. And I don't see it as limited to those days before Christmas. How else can I know my own fear to becoming an ever-expanding expression of God consciousness, of being Emmanuel, God with us? How can I know my own fear? How can I change that fear to the love of the God within? Mystic Thomas Merton said, "Be still, listen, be silent." Who are you? Who are you? Whose silence are you? What ways am I not sharing the creative love that I am? This inward journey, from my point of view, is truly continuous. Not just for me, but for each and every one of us. And Christmas in July is a time to ask ourselves, are we willing to commit the time and the energy for that spiritual journey on this earth plane? We have manifested entirely too much separation, distress, dis-ease on our planet. And to continue seeing and practicing Advent as a season once a year, is that really, really helpful? You see, Advent is an adventure, a call to move out of our comfort zone, to be in full consciousness, wholly alive and aware spiritually. Yes, to be Emmanuel, God with us, while moving toward what is most uncomfortable and most important. I can be it. I can be God with us. Gentle, kind, helpful, open-minded, willing to listen to that still small voice that says, yes, the daily word is important for today. You know, if we give ourselves permission to understand that being that active Emmanuel among those whom I feel most challenged by, I can practice compassion. I can do unto others as they would like, as they need, that they're crying out for. That door opens, so to speak, and the spiritual truth is my awareness and touches theirs. Am I willing? Am I willing to lovingly share in the creation of a world experienced as peace? Really, this is what makes our lives one true Advent journey. And not that 1 month out of the year. This is about you. It is about me. It is about all of us being with God. I'm thinking that by emptying myself of what I think I know, surrendering to whatever challenges there may seem to be, and moving into an ever expanding light of hope, peace, love, and joy, I will see, feel, and experience things differently. Christmas is not just a date on a calendar. That gratitude for the hope, the peace, the love, and the joy are far more important than the gifts under the tree. They are feelings that we can choose each and every day and provide us the opportunity to show up as we truly are, spiritual beings having a human experience, a human journey, and human beings that know in essence that you and I and all are one. My suggestion is that we give ourselves permission to concentrate on the four gifts. And if we do so, I believe it will help us to focus on what we know is important for the oneness. For example, hope, holding on, praying expectantly. No matter the upset we feel or that we witness, no matter that, hope is the healing key. We have that within us. It is a power that is greater than anything we shall ever contact in the outer. A power that can overcome every obstacle that we see in our life. It can make us, it can set us safe, set us satisfied, set us free of those blocks to love's presence. Satisfied and at peace, healed and prosperous in a new light, in a new way of life. Let us have faith in our divine guidance. Let us be willing to accept the truth we have within ourselves. When we do so, we know how to be truly helpful. First, truly helpful to ourselves so that we can be truly helpful to others. That is what hope is. Being truly helpful to others will share peace. Peace is a declaration of interdependence. Remember from July 4th, we shared Melanie Bacon? I'll quote her again, part of it. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all life is interconnected and endowed by our Creator with certain inalienable rights and responsibilities, that among these are presence, compassion, and the pursuit of happiness. That to secure these rights and responsibilities, we open our minds and hearts to the needs of others and our own true needs. This tells me that peace is living with a sincere commitment to meaningful participation, empathy, advocacy, community, empowerment. Give yourself permission just to think for a moment. How do you participate with empathy? How do you speak your word in advocacy, in community? How do you share empowerment? I think that we underestimate the power we have within ourselves to be truly helpful by getting involved, by encouraging others to be involved in community, in activities. And those activities now, yes, so many of them are on Zoom. But why not? Emotionally, we can connect on Zoom. Spiritually, we are connected, whether on Zoom or not. And that says empathy. Do we have that listening and understanding, diverse perspective to create a sense of belonging for each and every one of us? Are we making the case for positive change by being the advocate? Are we building and strengthening community connection and capacity? Yes, in our home with our families. Yes, in our workplace. Yes, in our interfaith community. Yes, whenever two or more are gathered together. Are we sharing and inspiring others to foster peace and help them gain the skills and the tools to succeed in doing so? We are called to this place in this time, not by accident. We are called for a purpose. And that is to become aware of how important it is for us to share together, to share together on this planet Earth. It's our home. It is the home for the ancestors yet to be. And it is through our willingness to share, participation, empathy, advocacy, community, and empowerment that we will create a world of equality, justice, and peace for all. How do we do this? Stay hopeful, remain peaceful, share these basics with others. It is through the power and presence of the divine love within us that we can do this. Love is life. It is what we were born as. Love acts in unity with itself. It can never act any other way, which is the healing power of our world. Ernest Holmes said, "I believe love is the greatest healing, motivating power of the universe, because love is givingness." Love is truth. It's true in each one of us. Love is a gift within us that we are called to give. If we make ourselves receptive to the power of love, we become lovable. To the degree that we embody love, we are love. This is why people who love are loved. As Don Miguel Ruiz said, let us trust ourselves completely to make the choices we must make. And those choices are choosing our love over our ego fear, then sharing it so we can be with others and share our truth. How do we do that? We love, listen, offer, value, and empower. That is what love is. So yes, we love. That brings us to joy, doesn't it? Joy is a very short word that packs a lot of punch. You know, the dictionary actually defines joy as the emotion of great delight or happiness caused by something exceptionally good or satisfying. When I consider that definition, I have to stop for just a moment and wonder, is this what it means to have true joy, delight, happiness, emotionally good? To begin with, we have to remember, from my point of view, that joy is not in things, in experience, in events. Joy is in us. It's really interesting. Manny's son is a drummer. He's in a band called Barefoot. And I texted him yesterday morning and I said to him, "How did it go last night?" He had a concert. And he sent me a video. I listened to that video. I heard this full room standing up, clapping, cheering. And yes, I felt joy. I enlarged the video so I could zero in on Christian, the drummer. I watched him drum, and I knew that that was within him, that energy, that peace to express it, that joy, that love of the universal language, music, the hope of doing well and holding on and doing the best that he could. And I felt such joy. I had got bumps watching a 2.5-minute video of this young man sharing his time and his talent, sharing hope, sharing that combination of people coming together, feeling the peace and feeling the joy. And I realized that joy was within him. And yes, it was spread out among the room. It was spread out to me. Now, hope, peace, and love are the puzzle pieces to joy. We're not going to feel and experience and share that joy without accepting those gifts of hope and peace and love. You know, they provide a foundation of faith and trust that assures us that we can have a standing ovation of a band in a group, a huge group. I think there were 1,500 people there or something, just huge. But that happiness that they were all feeling, that excitement, that's within us. We just need to draw it out of ourselves through our talent, through our willingness, through the different ways that we share day to day. Excuse me, coffee time. The truth of joy is when we see that divine energy bringing us all together, experiencing oneness, maybe through the gift of music, maybe through the gift of art, maybe through the gift of laughter, maybe in a gentle hug. I know many of you understand my acronym for for joy, is Jesus, others, and you. However, I don't look at it as Jesus the man. I look at it as the Christ love, the unconditional, open, gentle, caring love. So joy is that love that connects everyone, others, with me, with you. That's what joy is. So, what is our willingness, truthfully, to experience that? Are we willing to take this adventure and give it a focus of 365 days a year instead of the Christmas or the holiday season alone, but to share it within ourselves, to feel that we are on that journey of understanding and accepting and sharing hope, peace, love, and yes, joy. You know, it's a gift for us to be able to share these ideas and these thoughts in our community, to be able to look at them from an expansive point of view and not just Christmas, but the adventure of accepting those gifts and sharing them with one human race, with one religion, love. That's what this month has all been about. And for any of you that haven't had the opportunity to listen to other Sundays, go to our website, interfaithcommunity.com, interfaith-community.com. I'm saying that wrong too. Now, I am a little emotional about this. This week has really brought me to attention. However, interfaith-community.org. Sign up for our newsletter. Take a look at the Declaration of Interdependence. Look at the way of freedom. Look at freedom as a choice. And then there's the foundation for this Sunday, a Sunday of hope, peace, love, and joy. We lit our candle today in celebration of Christmas in July. So what I'm asking is that you give yourself just a moment or two. May we open our hearts. May we accept hope. May our hope give us the courage to forgive ourselves and others when life is not what we planned. Now we can expectantly share that light of hope with all. May we open our hearts and accept peace. May we share in commitment to be the peacemaker, to be the change that we wish to see in each other and the world. Now we generously share the light of peace with all. May we open our hearts and accept love. May we allow that love to illuminate our lives and to spill over into the world around us. Now we gently share the light of love with all. May we open our hearts and accept joy. May we embrace the joy of our connection with each other. And may we express our joy in every thought, in every word, in every action. And now we eagerly share the light of joy with all. We have an opportunity here and now to recognize the truth of this moment, to open our heart, mind, and experience the spiritual truth of who we are, to affirm that we will be present to everyone with that gentle, loving energy, to trust our divine source and rest in the awareness of our soul's wholeness and holiness. And each day we will share our gifts. We will share our blessings, and we will share loving memories for all. Our gratitude expresses hope, peace, love, and joy. And so it is. Amen. Fred Thurman wrote, "The work of Christmas begins when the song of the angels is stilled, when the star in the sky is gone, when the kings and princes are home, when the shepherds are back from their flock. The work of Christmas begins to find the lost, to heal the broken, to feed the hungry, to release the prisoner, to rebuild the nations, to bring peace among brothers, to make music in the heart."
Donations gratefully accepted at our website, at PayPal, or by mail. Look at the picture, the little doggy. It's okay, they will just think Santa ate them.
That picture reminds me, I don't remember how old my son was, but I have never forgotten him saying to me, "Mom, instead of cookies and milk, why don't you leave Santa a salad?" And a little note explaining that it would be good if he lost a few pounds.
That dog looks like what Scruffy would do, eat the cookies and blame it on Santa.
Without a doubt.
divine, take your imaginary funds, put them over your heart, and say, divine love flowing through me blesses and multiplies all that I willingly give and all that I am open to receive. I love that picture. Thank goodness you're home. The Christmas tree fainted. Yep, Scruffy did that too. He made the tree fall because he was playing with the ornaments.
Oh, the weather outside is frightful, but the AC is so delightful. Since the outdoors is mostly toast, let it roast, let it roast, let it roast. It doesn't show sign of stopping, no, no. So there's no point in going out shopping. You gotta get dressed on. It's a pain, unless you're paying. As long as you love me the most, let it roast, let it roast, let it roast. When we finally kiss goodnight, come here. How I hate going out in the heat. But if you'll really hold me tight, get off me, Earl, it's hot. All the way home, I'll be neat. Just put one ice cube though, just one. Oh, the weather outside is right. The AC is so delightful. Since the outdoors is toast, let it roast, let it roast, let it roast.
Prayer for protection. The light of God surrounds us.
I am the light.
The love of God enfolds us.
I am the love.
The power of God protects us.
I am the power.
And the presence of God watches over us.
I am the presence. Wherever I am, God is. I am divine. It is so important that we acknowledge the talent that we have within us, the gifts that we have within us, and that we have the open heart to share them, to smile, to tell somebody thank you, to tell somebody we love them, to recognize the gifts within them. Yes, that is Christmas every day. That is love every day. That is peace and joy. Let us celebrate. God's will for us is happiness. We use those 4 gifts, we will experience happiness. I promise.
Merry Christmas to all.
Oh, it's so good
Thank
to
you.
see you.
Thank you, elves.
We're very glad that you're here.
That song was
That
great.
song was great.
All right, go ahead.
I just wanted to say thank you to Jay for some of the music that he shared over the years, but those 2 pieces in particular have always been favorites of mine. Yes, Colette likes them too, and it was wonderful to see you playing that piano with Rick and remembering all the wonderful times you shared in our community. Thank you, Jay.
Yeah, thanks, Jay.
Yeah, thank you.
And
That was a
picture
nice
with-
song too.
and that,
Mhm.
yes, it was. And that picture with Santa, Jay, that was awesome. You were having a good time.
Cliff is playing music up north, so he's not with us today.
All right.
Hi, I'm here. Can you see me? Oh, I got my fingers in the way. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I just want to say thank you, you know, for that wonderful service this morning. I'm doing another kind of service. I'm over here in the kitchen cooking breakfast for everybody. Wish you all were here. You could join us.
That would be great.
I just want to say thank you so much. Thank you for making our day.